I'd like to talk a little bit about assertiveness and your take on it, because it obviously links to quite a lot of the areas that you counsel on. Assertiveness, isn't that aggressiveness?
No. If we're being aggressive, then we are quite scary. I mean, it's about that we're trying to overrule people, we're trying to control people if we're being aggressive. Being assertive is actually being real. It's about being clear, about being honest, and about being firm. It's about that we mean what we say. And it's very important that we do assert ourselves and allow others to assert themselves.
So assertiveness, good thing, aggressiveness, bad thing. Is that right?
Aggressiveness is not a good thing. It's never a good thing. And I would say if you're with somebody who is aggressive, remove yourself. If you have someone, a colleague at work or someone in the workplace who is aggressive, you can just say, by being assertive and taking control, I can see you're upset, I'll come back in 5 minutes, or, then you've taken control and removed yourself from the situation with the aggressive person. And you've disempowered them. And
assertiveness then is a way of dealing with unreasonableness?
Well, it is, but it's a good way of just dealing with life anyway. Being assertive is about using your own power, not power over others, but about power for yourself. Believe in yourself, assert yourself. That way you will get noticed. If we're a pushover, we get hurt, we feel nobody values us, but why should they? Because we're not valuing ourselves. So I think being assertive is about saying, what I have to say is important. You may not agree with me, and I accept that, but I need to express myself, or I need to share my belief. I need to be heard.
Would you say that assertiveness is more important for women than men, or?
I think it's important for both sexes. I mean, there isn't that much difference in the sexes other than the beliefs that we've taken on, I suppose, old habits of behaviour. I think that often men maybe that feel threatened, or anybody that feels threatened, I think women can feel threatened by other women, will often accuse someone who's being assertive of being aggressive when they're not being aggressive. Being aggressive is when you're shouting or screaming, being unreasonable. You could be harming somebody. That's what aggression is. Being assertive is just being clear, being honest, being true. So that people can connect with you and they can trust you because they know that you are clear about your views and what you're saying.
So would I be right in thinking that assertiveness is as much good for you as it is good for the people around you that you're interacting with?
Absolutely, because it's about honesty. It's about honesty.
And in the relationship, typically would assertiveness be a strategy for solving problems?
Yes, because if we're assertive, we're being clear about what we feel. So say if in a relationship, but for a couple, if both partners are assertive with one another, if there is a problem, they will be able to have the confidence to be assertive and say what's troubling them, kindly and lovingly, but to be clear about it. Often people we don't say what we want and need. We are not assertive, we don't say what it is we need, and we expect our partner to know what it is, and we get hurt. Why doesn't he know? Why doesn't she know? Well, maybe because you haven't told him or her. And this happens at school, it happens at, in the workplace, it happens in marriages, it happens in all relationships.
And so assertiveness is basically underpinned by reason.
Yes.
And reasoning.
Yes, it's obviously about being reasonable, it's not unreasonable. Then we might move into being aggressive or even just passive aggressive, where it doesn't seem aggressive, but we're trying to manipulate. Being assertive would mean that we were not manipulating, we would be honest. And that feels
true to ourselves.
Yes, and true to others. And people pick up on that. We pick up on someone's honesty. So we are usually more comfortable with somebody being assertive once we understand what assertiveness is, because sometimes we can confuse it and we feel it's confrontational when it's not confrontational. It's about, this is the truth. I don't mean truth in a way that hurts someone, but about dealing with things properly, efficiently, effectively, in a grown-up way.
Reasonably.
Reasonably. Yes. Cut.
That was quite good, actually.
Was that all right?
That was quite good.
Yeah. No, assertiveness is really important for everybody.
Because sorry, I just came out of that. It just seemed as though it was as all built in this and the whole assertiveness thing, women's assertiveness. And,
yeah, because I think women have a problem with that because historically our roles have changed recently, haven't they? Very much so. But it can also be that women can just be bitchy and accuse another woman of being aggressive, you know. I think, but you get aggression with both sexes. It's not just females. They might act it out in a different way, but it's...
there's female bullying as well.
Oh, God, yes. Horrible.
And abuse.
We're back to the abuse. And and so some of those workplace bullies could have the fuck-off syndrome, and they are, just nobody will come near them.
Presumably, that's one thing you could cover as well. These the whole sort of bullying syndrome.
Yeah.
And,
well, with children, I give them I help them make an invisible bubble.
So, you told me they get in it.
But I use some of the things for children I use for adults as well. So, yes. Or we turn the bullies into snails or slugs.
Okay, let's take...